Hi, my name is Josie, and I did my passion project on domestic violence. Nowadays, you see many movies revolving around the topic of domestic violence, and they all play out in a general fashion, and we see a fraction of the struggle an abused person has to go through every day, and we see them go through therapy, recover, and fall in love again. However, that is completely far-fetched from reality. For my passion project, I researched the essential question of how. How does domestic violence affect the abuser, and their children? As for how it affects the abused, I learned that the abused person develops an extreme amount of fear and anxiety, and they walk around every day thinking that the abuse is somehow their fault. As for how it affects the abuser, on top of all the fear and anxiety the abused person acquires, they also develop PTSD. And if you don't know what PTSD means, it stands for post-traumatic stress disorder. And usually, if you think of PTSD, this comes from soldiers who have served in the military, but abused people can also acquire can also acquire PTSD. As for how domestic violence affects the abuser, they basically have full control of the situation, and they manipulate the abused person into thinking that the abuse is somehow their fault. And as for how domestic violence affects their children, I believe that the children have it worst of all. They are usually stuck in the middle of their parents fighting and feel that the abuse is somehow their burden or secret to carry. Okay, over the years, from 1994 to 2010, abuse rates have fluctuated, but I believe that we can stop it completely by knowing all the symptoms of an abusive relationship and taking action. Now, you may be wondering why I chose such a depressing topic, and some of you may be even wondering if I have witnessed abuse myself. And to answer your question, you are absolutely right. This topic is quite depressing, and I do have family members that have been victims of abuse. These people are the most intelligent, brave, and kind people I've met in my entire life, which is why I believe that we should take a stand and give a voice to those who don't have any. And I believe that life is extremely important as well as real happiness.